So how many players would you say we have here? Good enough. Player 1, type your name in. Player 2, you're up. Type away.
45 seconds.
Good deal. Now, player 3, can you spell your name for us? All right, first things first. Pick which episode you want to play, or hit the letter F to see your favorites.
Seconds.
Player 1, your buzzer is the letter Q, as in Queequeg. Player 2, you're buzzing in on the letter B, B as in balloon animals. And player 3, your buzzer is the letter P, as in placebo.
20 seconds.
Okay, here's the skinny. You're gonna get a bunch of questions. If you think you know the answer, buzz in. Then type 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever answer choice suits you. Or just type in the answer if it's a fill in the blank. You got it? Now be careful.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hello there, welcome to our Pets episode. You know, as a special treat, I was going to bring my dog Doodles to the studio. The only problem is, a couple of years back, my mom took little Doodles to a special farm where puppies can run around free and play with all the other puppies. Anyway, she lost the address, which is, kind of a drag. Oh well. First thing, I got to give you some screws. Listen up. Say the question comes up and your neighbor gets that Mount Rushmore look on their face like they don't have a clue as to what's going on. That's the perfect time to buzz in, hit the S key, and screw them. Then they gotta answer. Got it? Okay, take your seat. The show is about to start. What do you want to do, player 3? Whoa. This one's called Who Left Rusty Out in the Rain Again? $3,000 for this one. All right, give me your best shot. If you were to breed Rin Tin Tin with a metallic canine, what would be the best name for the alloy puppy? Rin Steel Steel, Rin Brass Brass, Rin Pewter Pewter, or Rin Aluminum Aluminum? It's all you, player 3. Wow, nobody ever picks that one. Player 1, player 2, who wants it? Player 1! Pewter is a mix of tin and other metals, like copper or lead.
Here, Rin Pewter Pewter, come on, boy! Look, I said, get the hell over here! All right, I'm getting the magnet.
Player 1, tell me what's next.
Question alert. Question alert.
Coming at you, ride the pink plastic pony. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. Hey, how about those toys called My Little Pony, huh? They came in different colors and had those precious little names. It belonged to my sister, okay? Suppose there's a new My Little Pony called My Littlest Pony. What would be the best name for her? Quarter Horse Berry Bright, Shetland Princess Taffeta, Lippets Honor Baby Rain Ribbon, or Welsh Baby Cuddles. Take a shot, player 2. The Shetland is the smallest breed of pony. Princess Taffeta. It's gotta be the stupidest name ever. Isn't that right, baby Tiddlywinks? I said it belongs to my sister. Player 2, what looks good? Well, what do we have here? Portrait of the artist as a young puppy. You get it right, you get $2K. One question coming right up. If your pet makes pet sounds, which of these will happen? Your pig will oink Ogden Nash poems. Your gerbil will squeak Beach Boys tunes. Your bird will chirp Richard Nixon speeches. Or your cat will meow Stephen King stories. Player 1? Player 1, who do you want to screw? Player 3, you gotta take that. Give me an answer. Pet Sounds is a very famous Beach Boys album. Hey, it could happen. My dog sounds like Bob Dylan. Player one, looks like you're the one who's screwed. Player three, your category. Shake hands with musician, free to good home. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Hey, do you remember back when rockabilly was cool for a couple of weeks? No, not the first time during the 50s, or the third time a couple of years ago. I'm talking about the second time, back in the 80s, when the Stray Cats were all the rage. Well, in which of these bands did a stray member of the Stray Cats find a home? Dave Matthews Band, Ben Folds 5, the Brian Setzer Orchestra, or Big Bad Voodoo Daddy? Player two, grab it! My close personal friend Brian Setzer, ex-frontman of the Stray Cats. And on his behalf, I'd like to say that all the rumors about neutering are not true. That lovely voice of his is au naturel. Player two, what do you want? Hey, bless Smut with Dime Store.
It's time for a Flip for Dish Mess Fun.
Grab hold of this gibberish category. Party Animal Farm. I'm gonna open the value of this gibberish question at $5,000. Okay, you're gonna have about 30 seconds to solve this thing, but every second and a half, I'm gonna take some of that cash back. Okay, take a look at this phrase and tell me what it rhymes with. Free cow, free cow, free cow, free cow. And of course, don't be fooled by that punctuation. Okay, here's a clue. It's the first 4 words of a jingle. It's the beginning of a jingle for a cat food commercial. Well, Kibbles and Bits is only 3 words. Here's your last clue. Singing cats follow the bouncing ball. What, you've never seen that Meow Mix cat food commercial? Where all the freakish cats sing, free cow, free cow, free cow, free cow, ad nauseum? Man, you know, those Meow Mix cats have been singing for decades, and all of a sudden some rat dog comes along, says a couple of lines in Spanish about a taco, and everybody goes crazy. Man, that pisses me off. Especially when you consider that Meow Mix tastes much better than a stupid taco. It's all you, player three. What do you want? Here we have Don Corleone doesn't like Don Johnson. How does $2,000 sound? Yes, always time for a little 80s trivia, wouldn't you agree? So think back to the days of pastel suits and windblown hair, because we're talking Miami Vice on this one. Imagine one of Sonny Crockett's enemies kills Crockett's pet and then sends it to him. What will Sonny most likely receive in the mail? Some tortoise shell? Player two, go! Talk about your studs, huh? Sonny Crockett had a pet alligator.
Oh, Tubbs, my Alley Wally gator is dead. They killed my Alley Wally. But hey, the shoes do go really well with this blazer.
What's it gonna be, player two? Let's have a big warm welcome for relevant experience talking butt. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Pencils ready, let's do it. Imagine that Ace Ventura, pet detective, decides to retire because he is not a detective who would be least likely to replace him. It's all yours, player one. Perry Mason's a lawyer, not a detective. Although he might still be able to help pets anyway.
Could you describe, in your own words, what happened the night of May 20th?
Player one, what are we doing? We're calling this one off the wagon and into the doghouse. We're talking 6K here, so pay attention. Okay, now, you know those dog food commercials where the tiny little chuck wagon rides like mad across the kitchen floor with the dog in hot pursuit? Yeah, sure you do. Well, get out your slide rule and tell me this. If a chuck wagon leaves the pantry traveling 1 foot per second and a dog going 4 feet per second leaves the pantry 6 seconds later, how long will it take the dog to catch the wagon? Take a shot, player 2. That hungry pup would be all over that miniature wagon in 2 seconds. Which just goes to show how unreal those commercials are. What with the chuck wagon always getting away? Oh, and not to mention the horses the size of ants? I mean, come on! Your call, player 2.
It's time for a question again.
The category? Spaniels with feathered hair. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy.
She's pissed.
He's pissed.
We're pissed.
So pissed about a question. We're pissed about.
This here pissed about a question letter is from Mandy R. in Rockaway, New Jersey. Rock on, Mandy. Anyway, she'd like to shed some light on one of our questions.
There is a question that asks what 1970s song does not talk about someone dying? Your answer is the song Mandy. In fact, that song was written about the feelings Barry Manilow had when he put his dog to sleep. I thought I would bring it to your attention.
Well, thanks a lot, Mandy. I'm surprised Barry never mentioned it, us being such close personal friends and all. Anyway, say, just for a minute, Mandy's story about the dog being put to sleep is true. If Barry Manilow had been less cryptic in his lyrics, what would he have sung after "You came and you gave without taking"? But I anesthetized you, oh Mandy. But I cauterized you, oh Mandy. But I emasculated you, oh Mandy. Or, but I euthanized you, oh Mandy. Player 3, have at it. I think not. But if you'd like to know who was emasculated, it'd be Tony in that Copacabana song. Curse you, Lola, you showgirl harlot. Player 1, player 2, go get it. Player 1, do it. You're getting sleepy, very sleepy. Player 2, you want it? Player 2, go. Putting your dog to sleep is the soft-hearted term. Euthanizing is the technical term. Killing is the truth. So what, now I'm supposed to feel sorry for Barry, huh? Is that it? Yeah, well, not me. He didn't have to have his dog put down. He could have had him go to the puppy farm where my doodles went. They play all day there and get ice cream. Player 2, how about a category? Well, good for you. You just picked a when did happen. All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. Man first walks on the moon. Then I'm going to list off 7 other events like this one. All you got to do for each one is tell me whether it happened before or after man first walked on the moon, or if it never happened at all. Buzz in when the correct answer is lit, you'll get $1,000. But be careful, if you buzz in when the incorrect answer is lit, you lose $1,000 each time you're wrong. Hope you got all that. Let's do it. The name of this when did happen is Sparky dug himself a 6-foot hole. Okay, now what would a pet episode be without a friendly, cheerful reminder that your cute little bundle of fur will one day kick the bucket? So the main point for this one is, Stephen King's Pet Sematary hits the bookshelves. So tell me, did this sad event happen before Pet Sematary hit bookstores, after that, or did it never happen at all? That's it. Let's see what we've done. Well, that ain't pretty, player 1, but you did pull this one out. Let's take a look at the overall scores. Player 2 remains on top. All right, then. Let's get back to the game. Player 1, give me a category. Open wide and get ready for The Vet Has a Side Job at Bo Rick's. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Let's see how you handle this one. If your pet mullet gets a mullet hairstyle, what will you have? A bird with a thin braided tail in back, a fish with short hair on top, long in the back, a lizard with hair that's short all over, or a monkey with bangs falling over its eyes. Player 3, do it! Gotta answer it, player 1. Lil Flipper is gonna get his hair cut short on the top and long in the back, just like a hockey player. Hey, and you can make it poof up with just a little bit of salmon mousse. Don't look now, player 3, but you're about to get screwed. Let's have a category, player 1. And our special guest tonight, walk softly and carry a big squeaky toy. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Put it in gear, because here we go. If your dog is being housebroken on Roger Ebert's film reviews, to what newspaper do you subscribe? The Chicago Sun-Times, the New York Times, the Boston Globe, or the Washington Post? Player 2, grab it! Oh, TV may have made him famous, but I've always known my close personal friend Roger Ebert as a writer for the Chicago Sun-Times. So now, if you're training your dog with his columns, does that make him a yellow journalist? Player 2, grab a category. Let's take a look at Peter Piper picked a pet in Mr. Peebles' pet store. You want $6,000? Give me your right answer. Think fast, it's question time. If you bought a guinea pig for a guinea while in Guinea, what did you buy? A marsupial for a ball in South America, a pig for a sack in the South Pacific, a primate for a salami in Australia, or a rodent for a coin in Africa? Player 2, go! Player 3, give me an answer.
But I thought I could have sworn that. No, please, no! Ah!
It's all yours, player 1. No, but if you really want to have a ball with a marsupial, just hang out after the show and I'll set you up. Player 2, take a shot, player 2. All right, give me the keys. Wow, you all suck. A guinea pig is a rodent, a guinea is a coin, and guinea is in Africa. And anybody who would go to Africa and pay with English gold for a cheap-ass rodent indigenous to South America is a weenie. Player 3, why don't you pick one? All right, give it up for beauty and the bestiality. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Here's the question. If you rent a porn movie starring Exotic, Russian Blue, Chartreux, and Havana Brown, what would the film's title most likely be? Player 2, grab it! Exotic, Russian Blue, Chartreux, and Havana Brown are all breeds of cats? Oh, you sick freak! Well, what are you gonna do if you can't get your own diminutive feline animal? You've almost made it to the credits, but first, the attack. When you see two words that match, hit your buzzer. If you're right, you get $2,000. If you're wrong, you're losing $2,000. Oh, and one more thing to remember. Remember the clue. The two words that match have to fit this clue. There's a little pet in everything. So don't be afraid if I start humping your leg. Good luck! Player 2 showing no mercy. That was cold. Let's see what it did to the final score. Player 2's got it. Yeah, Player 2, you make winning look easy. Of course, Players 1 and 3 make losing look easy, so they deserve some of the credit, but you all deserve this.
You don't know Jack!
Tonight on the World Sports Network 2, we continue with our countdown.
Hey,
of the
Player
worst
2, look
athletes
at your
of the
name in
20th
lights.
century.
Almost as fun
At
as an
number
adult theater
67,
marquee, ain't it?
11-year-old
Well,
Billy
if you want to play
Wainwright,
again,
fourth
give me a
string
holler.
running back for the Oakland Lions.
Don't forget to hit F if you want to make this episode a favorite.
This is so dumb. I hate you,
Okie
Dad.
dokie.
You're not even my real dad. I never wanted to play this stupid game in the first place.
Billy Wainwright, the boy who never wanted to play this stupid game in the first place.
This week on First Times.
So, what was your first time like?
Oh, you know, it was all right. A little awkward. I mean, whose first time isn't, right?
How old were you?
Oh, gosh. I don't even remember. Somewhere around 7 or 8.
What? That's pretty young.
Yeah, I mean, most of my friends did around the same time, so...
I feel stupid. I was 17.
17? You mean it wasn't mandatory in your elementary school?
What? Wait a second.
Tune in next time for First Times.
What? Oh my. Son, where did you learn about that?
I learned it from you, Dad.
Oh, all right then.
Masturbate. It feels good.
Are you one of those sick puppies who's entertained by things from the simply strange to the perversely disturbing?
I like to pull the legs off mice.
Were you ostracized as a child because everyone thought you were a weirdo?
The other girls wouldn't play with me because I used to make out with their pets.
Has anyone ever used your name in the same sentence as Jack the Ripper or Charles Manson?
I memorized every detail of Typhoid Mary's life. Does that count?
Well, wouldn't it be nice to have someone to share your interest with?
Huh, I'll say.
Then write this number down and get ready to meet the other freaks of the world. It's 1-800, and it's the chat line for you. One simple phone call, and you'll be networking with every other loon in the country and sharing your interests, whatever the hell they are.
You mean you'll hook me up with other people who like to drink bottles of ink?
We'd sure like to.
I like to fill my bathtub with garbage and lay in it.
And we're sure there are others out there who feel the same way. So call us today, 1-800...
Sherman Books is proud to announce the first in its Inmates on Tape series, featuring Charles Manson. Just listen to Charles's heartfelt rendering of A Tale of Two Cities.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, man. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. Foolishness? I ain't your fool. I can see inside of you, man. But
enjoy the unique spirit that Charles brings to Herman Melville's classic Moby Dick.
Ishmael, who the hell are you? Okay, I'm calling you Ishmael.
Call now and receive at no additional cost. Manson reads the poetry of Robert Frost.
I am the walrus, man. Fee, fi, fo, fum. You can't stop.
So call today and enjoy hours of classic literature on tape.
You've heard it on the phone, now hear it on your CD player. For a limited time only, you can have the best of On Hold on compact disc. Classic hits from such favorites as The Gas Company.
All of our agents are assisting other customers. Your call is important to us. Please continue to hold.
You'll also find the ever-popular hit from the Cellular Phone Company.
All of our agents are assisting other customers. Your call is important to us. Please continue to hold.
And who could ever forget the Cable Company?
All of our agents are assisting other customers. Your call is important to us. Your call will be answered in approximately
1 hour and 47 minutes.
Please continue to hold.
This CD is not available in stores, so please call now. Your call is important to us. Our operators who aren't standing by are assisting other customers, but they will be with you momentarily. Please prepare to continue to hold.
All right, some new players. Take it from the top, everybody! Ooh, it's Friday night. Let's play a computer game. How many people are up for that? Good stuff. All right, player 1, type your name in. Player 1. Oh, how nice for you. You figured it out. Moron. All right, player 2, we need your name next.
45 seconds.
Thanks. Player 3, start typing. What? Thank you. That's all I wanted. Let's get this baby rolling. Pick which episode you want to play. And to get to your favorites you've saved, hit the letter F.
Seconds.
Okay, player 1, you're going to be buzzing in on the letter Q. If you're not familiar with it, look on your keyboard. It's that thing that looks like an O with a little tail on it. Player 2, you're buzzing in on the letter B, as in bravo. And player 3, you're the letter P, as in pig-headed pain in the patootie.
20 seconds.
20 seconds? Okay. Listen, people flub this all the time. I don't know why. When a question comes up, if you want it, buzz in first. Then hit 1, 2, 3, or 4 to pick an answer. That's it. Got it? See you on the flip side.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
All right, welcome to our travel episode. You know, in honor of Columbus Day, we have got it all right here, from conquistadors to current hot travel spots that won't make you leaky. But hey, let's not forget the special discovery that each and every person makes. That is, discovering oneself. First of all, we're gonna need some pointy objects. Not to offend you, but this is how you screw someone. If you want to force your neighbor into answering a question that you know they don't know, buzz in and slap that S key. You got it? All right, let's do it. Player 1, why don't you give me a category? For your enjoyment, world travel gives me the trots. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Flex those fingers, here it comes. Given the terminology used in horsemanship, if the Harlem Globetrotters want to get around the globe at the quickest pace possible, to what should they change their name? Harlem Globe Wreckers, Harlem Globe Canterers, Harlem Globe Hoppers, or Harlem Globe Gallopers? Take a shot, player 2.
Telegram for loser.
Player 1, player 3, let's do something. Player 3, have at it. I got confused. What do you say? Player 1. Galloping is the fastest gait in horsemanship. Yeah, it always gets me when Curly runs around the court pulling down the pants of world leaders. Saddam Hussein always gets so pissed. Pick a category, player 1. This category is known as You Cruise, You Lose. $2,000 for a correct answer. Hey, you know what I was just thinking about with all this travel talk? You remember those cruise line commercials? The ones that had you belting out, "If my friends could see me now," for like a week afterwards? Given the musical that features the song "If My Friends Could See Me Now," what special perk might you expect if you take one of these cruises? Cat hair covering all the chaise lounges, craps games on the shuffleboard court, prostitutes hanging out at the pool bar, or amazing Technicolor bathrobes. Player 2, grab it.
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
Player 1, player 3, you want it? It's all you, player 3. Well, the first step is admitting you have a problem. Player 1, do it! That's not cat hair on the chaise lounges. Oh, stunning! Try this one. If My Friends Could See Me Now is from Sweet Charity, a charming little musical about a prostitute who makes good. That's why it surprises me that so many people take cruises for their honeymoons. Young couples these days. Just call me old-fashioned, I guess. Player 3, time to make a choice. May I introduce, what the hell do they have for air traffic controllers? $1,000 at stake on this one. All right, your plane landed safely and your luggage made it to the right airport. Hey, today nothing can go wrong. Imagine when you pick up your luggage, you find it's completely trashed. If you believe that 1980 American Tourister ad, who does the airport have working the baggage claim? Player 2, go! In an award-winning American Tourister ad, a gorilla attacked one of their suitcases to prove how indestructible it was. Say, aren't you worried about your luggage, Ted? No, of course not. Who'd want to break open a case of banana samples? Say, what the... Category time, Player 2. Player 2, what can I say? Player 1 and 3, I can say get away from the keyboard, because Player 2 is about to go on a this or dat. This this or dat's category name is Don King of the Hill. Listen up, I'm going to read off 7 names, all right? And for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a boxer or somebody who explored the New World. Each time I show you a name, if it's somebody who dishes out the punches, press 1. If it's somebody who came snooping around the New World, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip it. You get $500 for each right answer, and you lose $500 for a wrong answer or one you don't get to. Okay, can I get 30 seconds on the clock? Let's do it. Hernando Cortez, Francisco Pizarro, Oscar de la Hoya, Juan Ponce de Leon, Hector Camacho, Hernando de Soto, one more, Felix Trinidad. That'll do it. You got 5 out of 7. Are you happy with that? Let's look at your score. Hey, take what you can get. Let's move ahead. Player 1, your choice. For your viewing pleasure, tonight I'm gonna plunder like it's $9.99. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. See if you can wrap your skull around this. In AD 999, which explorer would have needed to make sure that his ship was Y1K compatible? Marco Polo, John Cabot, Leif Erikson, or Christopher Columbus? Take a shot, Player 2. Leif Erikson hit the seas around AD 1000 and eventually stumbled upon North America. Unfortunately, the Vikings never really got fair credit for their discovery. Some historians blame this on the Vikings' poor publicist. Others blame it on the fact that they flogged and impaled everyone they met. Player 2, take your pick. Today's specialties include bird poop. How does $2,000 sound? And now, your question. Considering explorer and aviator Richard E. Byrd's famous expeditions, where would you expect to find rich deposits of bird crap? Player 1! Byrd spent a lot of time and left a lot of waste in the polar regions. He was actually the first man to fly over both poles.
Look, that plane! It's Byrd!
I hope he has supplies. Oh, crap. Player 1, what's up? I believe this one is called, They Always Ask About Your Package. You get it right, you get $2K. Okay, free your mind. In late 1998, airlines were required to start asking U.S. passengers traveling internationally a certain question. Given the question, what might you hear from the person making your reservations? Player 3, do it! Player 3, who would you like to screw? Player 1, you're getting screwed. What are you going to do about it? As of October 1st, 1998, when you're flying into or out of the U.S., your airline has to ask you for an emergency contact.
Emergency contact? Oh yeah, I'll be making emergency contact with the stewardesses.
Hey, Player 3, I think this belongs to you. Player 1, tell me what's next. The category is unleaded fuel keeps you regular. I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. Okay, see if you can get your kicks trying to solve this analogy. Digestive tract is to mouth to anus, as Route 66 is to Cleveland to San Francisco, Chicago to Los Angeles, St. Louis to Las Vegas, or Cincinnati to Seattle. It's all yours, player one. Route 66 starts in Chicago and ends in LA. I'll spare you the Los Angeles anus joke. Player one, give me a category. Well, very nice pickin'. Get ready to play a When Did Happen? All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. Oh, you got this one down. Great. The category for this When Did Happen is these sheets smell like stranger. Well, what's traveling without a place to stay, huh? That's why I want you to think back with me. Think back to 1974 when this event happened. The first Super 8 motel opens. So tell me, did this event happen before Super 8 motels hit the scene, after, or did it never happen at all? Okay, let's check it out. Not too shabby, player one. Let's take a look at the scores now. Player one still ahead. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? Player one, why don't you give me a category? Let's see what we got going. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Pasta Sangria. $2,000 for a correct answer. Now, you may not be aware of this, but some people suggest that Christopher Columbus and Queen Isabella did a little, exploring on their own, huh? If you catch my meaning, huh? Shubba-da-dooby-dooby, huh? Waka-waka, humana-humana-humana. Okay, well, considering Christopher Columbus's nationality, what might Queen Isabella have called him? Her Portuguese. Player two, grab it. Player one, you're screwed. Give me an answer. Christopher Columbus was born in Genoa. Yeah, that's in Italy. And when he came back from a long trip, Columbus always gave Queen Isabella a little Italian salami. Hamana, hamana, hamana. Ow, ow, ow. Nice work, player two. Looks like you're getting screwed. Let's see how you handle the hardware. Player one, what are we doing?
Tra-la-la, tra-la-lee. Here's a question for you.
Open wide and get ready for sometimes getting lost is a good thing. Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000. Okay, so by now you know that Columbus set out on his journey to find a better spice route to India, right? And he never found it? Loser. Anyway, given where Columbus first hit land in the New World, what route could he have bragged about discovering? The Florida orange juice route, the Canadian bacon route, the Mexican jumping bean route, or the Bahamas rum route? Player three, you're getting screwed right in front of me. What are you going to do?
I feel so silly with these beans in my pants. They want to stand still. Oh dear, what are they up to now?
Player one, player two, go get it. It's all yours, player one. Columbus first touched land down in the Bahamas and actually never set foot in what is now called America.
Congratulations, men. Today is a grand day, for our 3 ships have discovered the... who puked on my tights and puffy shirt?
Pick a category, player one. Let's have a big warm welcome for Millionaire Head. How does $4,000 grab you? Okay, so maybe you've heard of this smabillionaire guy, Richard Branson. He owns Virgin Airlines. Yeah, well, he was also one of the guys who tried to make it around the world in a balloon. Okay, got all that? Now, watch the magic. Say in order to make it around the world, Richard Branson rubs his hot air balloon against his head and sticks it to the bottom of one of his planes circling the Earth. What force is he using? Static electricity, covalent bonding, centrifugal force, or telluric currents? Player 1! When you rub your hair against a balloon and make it stick to something, you're using static electricity. But I mean, come on, he'd have to have an enormous head of hair chock full of static electricity. Gee, I wonder what Don King is doing these days. Let's have a category, Player 1. We're calling this one Aaron Spelling's Pinata of Love. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Ah, Charo, Charo, Charo. The woman who put the love in the love boat. Say Charo's character spots an uncharted island from the deck of the love boat. If the island is named for Charo's famous exclamation, what will it be called? It's all yours, Player 1. Charo's famous catchphrase is Coochie Coochie. And her handbag is Gucci Gucci. And of course, her favorite film director is Stanley Tucci Tucci. Oh, and she couldn't be happier that an Emmy has finally been awarded to Susan Lucci Lucci. Oh God, kill me now. Player 1, your choice. Well, what do we have here? Don't forget to shave your back. One right answer and you got $6,000 coming at you. Hey, do you remember those Burma shave signs that made a poem as you drove down the highway? Well, we made one of our own. Check it out. All you gotta do is finish this Burma shave poem with the new name of the country Burma. For a shave in Burma, you have to drive quite far, crossing miles of terra firma to get your face to... Now, Player 2, go! Ah, yes, you are familiar with the Zanzibar, eh? Well, be certain to mention my name to the ladies next time you're there. I'm sure they will treat you kindly. Player 1! Way back in 1989, Burma in Southeast Asia changed its name to Myanmar. And believe it or not, I hear they're thinking of changing the name again to something like Now with Aloe Vera for sensitive skin. Welcome to... All right then, let's fast forward and get right to the good part. Here comes your clue. Who's catching that train? And I'll tell you right now, it ain't no love train, 'cause baby, you'd see Schmitty riding on that one. Player 2, way to show him who's the boss, but let's see who's really on top. Player 1's got it. Player 1, you really taught those other two a lesson, didn't you? Now, if you could just explain what they're doing hanging out with you, I'd be really impressed. In the meantime, keep telling yourself this.
You don't know Jack!
He had it all. Loving family, successful business.
Wow, is that Player 1's name up in lights? Right there on the high scoreboard? Golly, I'd ask for your autograph if only I had a felt-tip pen. Maybe you'd like to play another game while I look for a pen. Let me know. Hey, if this episode is a keeper, just hit F and mark it as a favorite. Okay.
He refused to give up. He blocked out all the naysayers and kept his faith in God. And for this, he was rewarded. His patience led to a business twice as big as before, a family twice as loving, and his health. It's the story you haven't read. Patient Plaything. Job. Tomorrow on B. True Biblical Story.
Dude, I want to go to that Butthole Surfer show, but I'm You know, all blocked up. Dude, have you tried blow it out your ass? Dude, I have not. Dude, it's not your parents' laxative. Dude, give me some. Okay, dude, but you better drop trout. All right, dude. Dude, blow it out your ass is a laxative that's extreme. Set your own rules. Anybody says you can't have a fiber-free burrito and cheese fry lifestyle, you tell them, blow it out your ass. Dude, that was radical laxative awesomeness. Dude, blow it out your ass. Guaranteed to paint the wall every time. Live your own life.
At the American Produce Corporation, we respect how our forefathers farmed the earth by hand.
And how the earth will be farmed in the future using advanced microchip technology.
That's why we keep it simple.
A single large supercomputer handles all farm duties.
The American Produce Corporation. Family owned and operated until 1982.
Then bought out by a billion-dollar corporation.
Artificial intelligence will feed the world fruits and vegetables for the future.
You want to hear bad luck? I lost my job, my house, my dog got run over.
Don't break the chain. Just like the letter said, it started within 24 hours. First, I slammed the car door on my hand 3 times. Then my hair fell out. I slept with my dad.
Don't break the chain.
My fiance had a dentist appointment. It was just a routine cavity. I mean, how do you die from getting a filling? It only got worse after that. I contracted malaria, I got struck by lightning, slept with my dad.
How hard is it to make 10 copies to send to 10 friends? That's what, $3.30 in stamps? Look, bad luck happens. This is no joke. Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Brought to you by the United States Postal Service.
My fellow Americans, Lonnie Stillwagon here. Election time is right around the corner. Won't you support me in my effort to overthrow the American government and set up an absolute monarchy with myself as the figurehead? When you go in and vote, vote for me, Lonnie Stillwagon.
Paid for by the American Absolute Monarchy Party.
Hi there, I'm Peter Fully from the American Council on Urine. If you have an opportunity to pee, grab that opportunity and pee into the appropriate receptacle of your choice. I just did, and I feel great.
The American Council on Urine.